Hello out there. I am makeup free. Got a pimple and everything. As well. uh, Having kombucha, a little spicy kombucha, and preparing for the week ahead. Um, you know how YouTube has the algorithms where if you watch certain videos, then other videos start popping up for you. So I've been avoiding this one particular YouTuber, um, and today or this tonight, I just happened to go ahead and just click on it because of the title, and just to see. And I'm just gonna admit, I'm gonna be transparent here. I'm like I said, barefaced, and I'm still my allergies are acting up already. I'm like I just got out of the shower. My cat is acting crazy because it's midnight and that's what cats do. Um, I'm just gonna be transparent and yeah, I prejudged um looking at this YouTuber's thumbnails and how some people like to say who's legit and who's not, and I don't know. It's I mean, yeah, and maybe this is a part of my inner work where I have to make some choice. Well, I don't want to say choices. I have to make some realizations here. So as I file my nails a little bit and ponder, I was gonna go live tomorrow because ahead of the new moon, I'm trying to make that a weekly thing. And I mean, yeah, I judged her based on what she was looking like and how she's presenting herself. And that was wrong of me. That was wrong of me. Okay. And because once I started listening to her video and how her speaking, I'm going to lift up a little bit. Sorry. Again, I'm in a robe and that's all that I have on. um, and as she was speaking, I started to realize she's on the same journey I am. She is ahead of me, obviously. Um, and, but what she was saying was striking home in a lot of ways. Things like, um, you've got to brainwash yourself. And yes, that is true because think of it this way: the world has brainwashed us thus far. I mean, I teach and I've experienced how young children, people don't think how much children take in things, where young children, you don't think that they're noticing or paying attention. They really are. They're taking all of it in. So the world around them, they're not as oblivious as you think they are. And because of that, yeah, we've all been brainwashed, you know? And I've been studying a couple of thought leaders and a couple of scientists that I think I mentioned in one of my previous videos, Bruce Lipton, where it makes sense. The first 7 years of our lives, we are molded by society. And because of that, we have to deprogram ourselves in order to be who we really want to be. And I'm one of those who's like, you got to know who you are or know what you want, really want in life. And I, like I said, I judged her. And I'm sorry that I did. I judged her and I'm sorry that I did. And that's a part, again, part of my inner work. Um, when I don't like it, when people judge me, based on what I look like. I did that to her. And maybe there was also some jealousy behind that too. So again, that's a part of my inner work, like being emotionally intelligent enough to admit to all of that. Um, but I'd never watched a single video. I was looking at, I guess, her viewership, and I was looking at uh, her subscribers, and I was like looking at her thumbnails, and I'm like, how is all, you know? But then, like I said, tonight, like I said, I finally watched one of the videos, and I was like, yeah, yeah, she's there. She's legit. And I guess she goes by It's a Baby. Um, and so I, yeah, one of the things she touched on was about reprogramming yourself, teaching yourself that it is okay to have good things in your life. It's okay to want good things and to have good things and to accept good things. I think that's going to be something that a lot of women have to deal with in the West, well, in all of the world, really. So I was going to say in the Western world, but I was like, no, it's all over. It's all over. And I believe we are coming to a point in our existence where things are about to change really fast. I feel it. And I know I would probably end up doing this it journaling, quite honestly. But look, we're about to, like I said, about to have a new moon, and it's best for me to go ahead and release before I can uh, have uh, intentions for other things. I need to let things go, and letting go of the fact that I had some jealousy and I had some preconceptions of this particular person, and actually listen to her. And she's speaking a lot of the things that I'm speaking. Um, Reading, I don't know, it sounds as though she's been reading a lot of the books I've been reading too. Um, there is this one, I will put it in the comments, but when she mentioned systems, there's this book, and the author's he has this very, I don't want to say unusual, but unique name. And he wrote this book maybe about 10 years ago. Maybe I can look it up really quick. But I read it trying to think when few like a month or so ago, because I was on a road trip, and uh it might have been in December. But his book described the systems, the systems that we are now, excuse me, if you're in the know, sorry, kombucha, if you're in the know, that will lead to your success. And it was just last week I was talking to a coworker and a friend who I've been, I'm just going to admit, I've been avoiding her because she has this mindset, it's very draining. And so trying to re-inspire her, and I've always been around people who I always end up being the person to give them advice and things like that, but then they don't listen to the advice. And then I'm like, then why do you keep coming back to me? Kind of thing. So, um, yeah. But yeah, like I said, last week I told her there is a the way that things are set up. If you do, it's not even luck anymore. It's not. And I told her, it's like if what I'm about to do with my craft, and I put it through the systems, I will be successful. And anyone can, because it seems like a lot of people are doing it. And it's not a secret. It's a secret, but it's not a secret. And that's another thing I want to touch on what she said. Not necessarily what she said, but what I've heard in the past. We could be telling y'all all day long what it is, but what she said, and it's true, there's so many people that will not do it. We could literally be telling you, showing you step by step, for which that's probably where I'm going to be heading, showing you step by step by step what it will take. And some people still won't do it. The truth I've heard since I started my spiritual journey is hidden in plain sight. Hidden in plain sight. The best way to hide something is hide it in a book. You know, I promise this is not beer, okay? So it really is kombucha. So it's hard kombucha, but it's kombucha. I promise. So I want to show you. Yeah. So um it is, and part of what she was also saying is that there the steps are easy. The path is clear, but the struggle is within. That's what I'm saying now. And she had said that. The struggle is in within yourself to accept success, to accept good things in your life. And I'm no exception. Because, like, when she said that, I was like, oh, I know that. Oh, I really do know that. And the part that she mentioned about her cousin, like she's helping her cousin, that just happened to me last week too. As um I I I do a little bit of trading, but I mentioned it to my cousin, and she's heard of it, but she told me she's scared. I was like, they're practice ones. What do you mean you're scared? Scared to even investigate. See, this is what I'm talking about. Scared to even look. But again, I promise you, I was in that same exact boat. When you're too afraid to even move. And it's just easier to be small. And it's easier to just stay in your little corner and know and just be small. And I think I am to a point where I've seen too much. I have seen too much now, y'all. And I have actually done my own experiments. I was even reflecting on today as I was looking. I'm not on her level. I'm going to tell you now. I'm not on her level. However, I am doing okay. And so I was looking at my bank account and just looking at my finances and stuff and trying to figure out what my next moves were going to be. And it was literally almost a year ago, just something as simple as looking at my credit score. It was a joke. It was a joke. And so part of that, it's not even, I started to learn about what it takes to, just to get things like your credit score up, things like to start your business, things, and all this information is out there. It is out there. And it's, as long as you've got, not even, I don't want to say as long as you've got a computer, because you can go to the public library. There's public libraries with internet. Just go. And if you need to take notes, bring a notebook. Okay. I mean, the information is scarily just there. And a lot of us, many of us, once we start to see it all, it is scary. It's scary. And I'm proud of myself. I will say this, I am proud of what I was able to accomplish so far. And I'm wondering, and again tonight, thinking about retiring myself and, other people in my family. I'm like, what is that going to take? And it's not as far fetched as I once would have thought. But part of it is like actually thinking about it, not saying, oh, it's just a nothing dream, and we've got to stop doing that to ourselves. Just wiping away what we really want when this universe is an explosion that is still ongoing. There is more than enough for us all. And I keep saying that. I will keep saying that because it's true. I've also made some discoveries this week too. I'm like, I don't know if I was doing any downloads. It's just been an interesting previous week for me. Um, it wasn't as it wasn't as the week before where I was literally like not here. And I think I mentioned that in a video, but still thinking about how spirituality and science are linking up now. They really and truly are. And I feel like a lot of people know, again, it's starting to come together. I'm about to reveal it myself in my own like research and thoughts. And I can't be bound like as I'm sitting here and it's like, I'm sorry, I'm itchy and still have an eyelash in my eye. But I am hoping that more people come to this. And it's hard, and I'm going to tell you, I'm one of those people who I would like to think that I can, yeah, and I am. And it's still hard. It's hard for me. Okay? I'm used to people outcasting me or whatever, but in this, it is scary to finally have all the things that you desire. And what I desire is not even that much, you know? We all say, oh, what we're going to do when we win the lottery. We don't need a lottery anymore. We don't need a lottery anymore. Now, I'm going to do a quick search because I do want to mention at least one of the books because I listen to a lot of podcasts, by the way, a lot of them. It's ridiculous how many I do. Like I don't watch television anymore because that's a waste of my time, y'all. That's what I keep telling y'all for almost a year. With my videos, you need to be watching my videos from the beginning about that mental diet. You got to get away from the TV. The TV is it's something to numb you, to pacify you. And we don't need that. We need people. We're about to go into some big changes. Like the planets, not just the moon, planets. Pluto is back, baby. And I'm telling y'all, the last time it was around, the revolution, United States, birth of a nation. Most people think and know, I guess, the founding fathers to be like Masons and of the occult. Well, but so funny. I'm gonna go off the tangent a little bit, but um, yes, Pluto was discovered in 1930, but if you are of the occult, you would have already known that it was there. Um, and of such, I'll just say that the science world is behind. The scientific world on Earth is behind. Just saying. But but yeah, Pluto is back. The last time it was in conjunction, and we have Jupiter coming too. I don't know I'm not an astrologer, by the way, so don't start asking me. I mean, I look at astrology like I look at the weather report. I know some things, and that's kind of the first things that started me on my journey, on my personal journey, was looking at my own chart. And I know I went through that chart almost 4 years ago, and I know I'm not done. I'm nowhere near done. I started studying planets and houses, um, conjunctions, sextiles, um, all the things, So um, then I got sidetracked. I'm just gonna admit, but let me come back. Sorry, come back. See, I'm not a good YouTuber. I'm more of the kind. That's why I'm live right now. I'm more of the kind like I need to socialize. But I'm more of the uh, the stars and this. Let's go back to the planets. But yeah, this is what I've heard. Don't quote me. Like when 9/11 hit, there was that conjunction. There was a conjunction of Jupiter in Cancer or near around Pluto. So again, don't quote me on that, but there's definitely some alignment going on. And with the attacks on the Ukraine, right now, um, and people trying to evacuate, there is a lot of fear amongst some people. I mean, I'm not feeling any fear. Like since 2020, y'all, I know what I'm gonna do. I already told y'all, or did I? I already know what I'm doing. So I'll tell you. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, but anyway, um, but the whole idea of there is about to be some big changes, and of course, nobody likes change. That's what 2020 was about. There were so many people just crying and whining about, oh, we want things to go back to normal. Normal wasn't working for everybody. It wasn't. And I am glad for it. Now, I'm even, hey, as an educator, I'm sitting here like, yeah, I didn't have the best time either. But at the same time, I don't want it to go back to the way it was. I need it to change. I needed to change, even though it might be painful. Okay. It's just like childbirth. I needed to change. We all needed to change. And I promise you, we'll all be better for it if we all make the right moves. And so, speaking of looking at the stars, um, I've been trying to listen to some forecast for the week. I used to do that and I kind of fell off. And now, because around the new moon, I try to pick back up on listening. This week is also, like I said, some alignment with Jupiter. I need to look at that again. Um, but I hear that from what I've studied, I'll tell you this: like Jupiter is luck, money, opportunity. Okay, so that's what I personally know studying Jupiter. Um, but There's going to be some things. I also heard that there are no retrogrades until May. So whatever it is you want to happen, have happen. Oh goodness. Yeah, I was all gonna talk about this tomorrow. But like I said, I think the video um kind of just triggered something in me, because part of it is like I am so okay. One of the books, The 4 Hour Work Week, talks about the systems. um, let's see if I can find another one, because there was a new one. Well, I didn't read that one, but I did read the 4 Hour Work Week. But there was another one that I hadn't read yet. Like a lot of these um, guys, like either have really unique names or really, I'm just gonna say it, boring names out there. Okay, so I'll just type in the 4 Hour Work Week, because he's got this dude's Tim Ferriss. So he's got a podcast and all this other stuff. But I read the book. And then let's see, there's some other books. So yeah, he ended up making like a big series of books. So there's a 4 Hour Work Week. I wish there was a way for me to figure out, like, you know how maybe I can go to now you get to see some of my research skills. So this is what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna click Tim Ferriss. He is in Wikipedia. Oh wow, he's my age. Okay, cool. I didn't realize. Um, or close to my age. And I'm going to scroll down, and I'm going to click on what the other one of the other categories in this case. So there's like, oh yeah, see, um, just to see what is there. Let me click back to see, just to see what is there. Okay, so and if I recognize any of these names, and I clicked on American Business Theorist. I wish there were more women in this, though. There are some, but I wish there were more. And so, yeah, speaking of 4 Hour Work Week, I'm trying to get away from, like, I like teaching. I do. I really do. But as things are getting more and more, I don't even know what the word is. It's getting more and more just intolerable in a lot of ways, that I'm just ready to be free. You know? I'm just ready to be free. So I'll pull out of that because I don't recognize any of these names. So maybe click on a different category under him. Angel investors? No. Well, maybe. Okay. Well, I'm gonna click on life coaches. I don't. Okay. Mm, I don't. Tony Robbins, Mel Robbins, but they don't have the thing that I was looking for. I've I don't think I've actually read any of Tony Robbins. Interesting. Probably, because I've Tony Gaskins. That's funny. Was that 2 years ago that I first came across him? He's interesting. Uh, but he was one of the first Black people that I saw that was like a millionaire and author. I was like, well, how did he do all that? So now I know. Now I know. Okay. Um, Let me pull out of that, because life coaches. Diet food advocates. Oh my gosh, interesting. Um, Let me go into American Men podcasters. John Daly. No, let's see. I really want to find this person. No, that's not. It's too broad. So, um, internet celebrities, perhaps. No. Well, so the person I'm looking for, he is from the Middle East. No, he's South Asian. His I don't want, I know what he looks like. Like he has these really big eyes. Um and a really unique long name. And I just cannot think of the name of the book. But I also read that and I was like, oh my gosh, this is it. And he wrote this, I think, in 2009. So now, okay, this is again part of my researching skills. I'm going to go back out of Wikipedia. Maybe. We'll see. Okay, let me roll back up a little bit just to see if, looking at the bio, if he's ever run across anyone else. No, I don't see anything else here. Sorry, yawning. It's almost 1 o'clock. Um, oh my gosh, that's funny. Um, so yeah, there's, and I haven't done Rich Dad Poor Dad. I don't know. Atomic Habits. I think I've done parts of it. I need to just go ahead and read it. By James Clear. Um, haven't done Think and Grow Rich. Ironically, now that's the granddaddy of the granddaddies, y'all. You need to be reading that one. And I've only heard bits and pieces of it from audiobooks. I haven't really gotten into reading it. But I will. Let's see what else. Because now, see, I'm gonna tell you what I see. So since I typed in 4 Hour Work Week, now they're showing me other books that are similar. Um, no, no. Okay. The Power of Habit. Interesting. 48 Laws of Power. Of course, I've read that. Oh my goodness. That was the one. I'm telling you, I've read that a couple of times. I'm surprised I don't have a hard copy of it for myself. Like, I would either check it out again from the library. So there's no excuses out there, y'all. So people keep saying, oh, I can't do this, I don't have the money. Go to the library. And furthermore, a lot of these are on audiobook on YouTube. If you're watching me right now, guess what? YouTube. So yeah, there's those, but there's more. I gotta find it. Let's see here. So I guess they're on the Tim Ferriss thing, but I really want to find that, because that book, it was like I said, it was written, I think, in 2009, and it was um, about automated systems, automated automation. Um, Systems. And that's kind of where we are moving towards, y'all. Automated sales. I don't know. I didn't know. That's where we're leaning towards. And people keep talking about, and I'll click back to see y'all. And people keep talking about, oh, nobody wants to work anymore. It's like nobody wants to work for $7.50 an hour. I know I used to live that life. $7.50 an hour all day long. Do you know how much money that is? That's barely $50 in one day for a whole 8-hour shift. Okay. And then they like to play the game of, well, you can get health insurance if you work full time, but they keep just enough to not give you full time hours. They know how to play the game. And if that's the case, we know how to, now I'm trying to hip everybody to the game. The game is out there, y'all. It's free for all. We need to know it. I want to teach it myself. Okay. I'm I'm writing a couple of courses, and I will say this, I am a musician. I do have a course I'm trying to finalize right now. Waiting for that new moon, y'all. Waiting for the new moon, waiting for the all the retrogrades to clear up. And yeah, but there's that. Um so yeah, so if I can find us, he's not a thought leader. I mean, maybe. No, I cannot think of his name. I need to just have a running list of these books. Sometimes I just run through books and I I have good recall. So I can just run through books. And the only reason why I remember a 4-hour work week, because I was like, something that was said, change the 9 to 5 to the 5 to 9. And I was like, oh, I like that. um, Again, sorry, sleepy, but not really. So there's Tim Ferriss. Maybe, you know what? Let me take a look over here. I'm going to actually go to YouTube, even though I'm on YouTube. That's funny. But yeah, it's like the spiritualness of all of this. And it hit me almost a year ago. All of this. It's like the fact that people can see me in the future. Like, I'm looking at myself right now. It's funny. But anyway, in the being in the future, it's crazy. But it's now. And so much more is about to be blown open. And I'm just like, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I'm sitting here looking at my delay. Sorry. But anyway, um, where is okay? And a lot of the people that I do find is from Lewis House. And so again, back to my friend, she um she asked me what podcast do I listen to? Because again, yeah, I kind of just stopped watching TV at this point, y'all. Um, because I've seen the glory of other things, and I'm like, why would I be watching sitcoms, and why would I be sitting here watching TV shows through the night, drinking a beer or glass of wine or whatever, and being miserable and hating going to work the next day, and that, that kind of thing. It's like, look, life is too beautiful to just sit around and just do whatever. Is that again part of the programming? That's what the programming was about. Okay, out there playing video games and stuff, not knocking it, but if you get to a point where that's all that you do to escape things you don't want to do. And again, back to the video where it touched on some things again, where she mentioned, what was it that she mentioned? It was being clear. Yeah, being clear on what you want and don't apologize for it. Be clear on what you want. Okay? Because once you realize that there is, yeah, so there's Benjamin Hardy, he's one of those dudes. Um, yeah, it's a bit of a bromance going on. lately, I will say this. Lately, I've been into this one channel called The Future, without the E at the end, with Chris Do. He's Vietnamese um, designer, and he's showing, designers and other creatives how to just break free again. I used to freelance myself, not as a designer, but as a writer. So it's like I find his lessons quite interesting. Well, I'm going to mention a lot of people here, but but it's like, instead of watching these shows, or I'm not, again, I don't know, maybe I am knocking it. I'm trying not to knock it. I get it, but if you want more, and you really got to dig deep, and like I said, I'm going through that. I'm having a little bit. That's probably one of the reasons why I'm on here live in the middle of the night. I'm struggling, struggling, and admitting to looking at somebody who's doing the thing, as they say, and I want to be where she is. Like I said, I like my job. I like the kids. I like teaching, but I don't want to go to work tomorrow. I don't want to have to go to work tomorrow. You know, because of the shutdowns and people being weird, and I just I'm just so kind of over it. I'm so kind of just over it. And again, I'm looking for these other guys here. I mean, there's Tom Bilyeu. I mean, he's okay. Like, he's okay as a podcaster, also. I was almost about to not watch Lewis Howes, but it seems like he's done some correction of his interviewing style. It used to be kind of annoying, but he's switched it up, so that's good. So I stick with him. Um, yeah, can't find it. Oh wait, is this it? And then there's Ramit Sethi. I have one of his books. I will teach you to be rich. I haven't gone through it all the way though. I need to. It's so funny. It's like I've been on his email list for some years now, and I finally got around to buying the book last year. Finally, it's like I have uh, David Bach books, and I've heard of Dave Ramsey, but I'm just like, there's a better way, Dave Ramsey. And apparently, uh, Ramit has it. You know, so there's that. Yeah, I'm just naming everybody. So hopefully, if you stuck with me this long, y'all, you can be putting in whatever magicalness you like. Magical symbol. Ouch! Like, I like unicorns. You could probably put it in a unicorn if you saw it. And I hope you like my goldeny, turquoisey backdrop there. Um. So yeah, that's what I do. And I did mention James Clear. Uh, oh, here he is. I knew I'd find him. Uh, his name is Naval Ravikant. Naval Ravikant. And he is the CEO and co-founder of AngelList. Um, let's see if I can click. Well, actually, I'm going to just type in his name now. Naval. Like I said, he has really big eyes, but they're not crazy, but they're big. Here we go. See, I knew I'd find it. Because he wrote the Almanac of Naval. No, he didn't write it. I think it was just a bunch of text. No, not text, tweets that somebody just said, hey, you should make a book. And he was like, okay, sure. Because he was tweeting all of this, like all these gems, all this knowledge. And he was like, well, I'm just talking or whatever. And so he finally put it together in a book. And so the book, I guess the book is called The Almanac of Naval Ravikant, The Guide to Wealth and Happiness. Yep, and this is the thing. So, um, yeah, he's saying getting rich is not just about luck. And in fact, towards the end of the book, he's like, I'm bored now, because he became rich. And there are others who are experiencing that. I'm not saying I wouldn't, I don't know, but it wouldn't hurt. I want to get there. I don't want, no, wait, let's change that. I will be there. I will be there. Bored and rich. Bored and rich. And so when I'm bored and rich, I will help others become bored and rich too. Well, maybe not bored, but at least having your bills paid. Things like having my aunt, oops, I exposed her, having one of my relatives, my aunt, send me money so she can buy lottery tickets, so she can have a surgery. That's crazy, y'all. But that's America. This is what we're dealing with. It should not be this way. It should not be this way. Okay? And things, like I said, are about to change. And I just can't, I feel like a wild creature, a good one, a wild creature, like why am I still caged up? But at the same time, I'm scared, like a wild creature, um, to let loose. And part of what she was saying, it's like you just gotta do it. Or actually, I don't know. I hear a lot of podcasts, but sometimes you are afraid, but you do it anyway. You can be afraid and just do it anyway. Don't let fear freeze you. hmm And sorry, I'm about to take some lemon balm. So this this is how I'm living. Lemon balm. It is my hope that I have my own nutraceutical um brand. Is that what it's called? Like basically using herbs. Okay. We don't need drugs. We don't need pills. Plants over pills, man. That's going to be one of my designs. When I started studying, and this is Kava. So I did all this work, all this research years ago. I know what I'm doing. Sorry. I have a little bit of catnip. Do I want this or catnip? Probably, I don't know. Let's do the catnip. Or do the Kava. So again, I know what I'm doing. Catnip. And it's like I don't I don't want to be drinking alcohol anymore. So that's part of the reason why. It's catnip. But yeah, this is my truth. Whether anybody sees it or not, then they will know. They will be here with me. Maybe I should show a boob. No kidding. No, no. Um, so I want to be able to go live tomorrow. We'll see. I have a full day at work, and I don't know. It's like I said, I like teaching, but something has been just kind of just not looking forward to it anymore. It's not been the same anymore. And definitely the shutdown has not been good in that. I care about the kids. I do. I worry about the kids. In fact, I'm sitting here with one of my windows still open with some work. I've been working all day. And but we all have to find our own peace too. Live in our truth. Yeah, Naval. Yeah, so he achieved riches. Like he's richer than his wildest dreams. And he's just like, what else can I do? He's bored. And so those are the systems. Again, back to the response. I know this started off as one thing, but I'm sure a lot of people have clicked off by now. um, but seriously, if you care about your life, if you care about your future, if you care about, and again, like I said, I think once she started talking about how she's trying to help her family break generational curses, that hit home for real. And that's what I feel like is about to change, a big shift. There's a lot of us who want to dig in our heels and keep talking about how people are holding us down. And then there's a bunch of people who, like I said last year, I had no idea existed. And they're thriving. Like I said, and she's one of them. And I just, I cannot, in good conscience, hold that kind of information in. Sorry. Hold that kind of information in anymore. You know? It's like I have this little poster I want to show them. It's going to be backwards probably, but still. New moon. Okay. Give thanks. Oh, wait, sorry. Have a meditation. You clear out things. Like I said, that's what I was doing. Letting go of that jealousy, letting go of that envy, letting go of that like judgment of her. That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm on it so that I can start anew, so I can be ready for Wednesday. Um, yeah, but yeah, I've actually maybe I did have some downloads, but some different kinds of downloads the other day that I feel like it's going to help me with writing a short. I don't want to write a full book because again, it makes me sad that there's so many people. Then again, I heard on a podcast a lot of people who are just not reading books, y'all, and that's disappointing. That's disappointing because so far I've gone through a lot of books, and like I said, when she mentioned that, I was like, oh, you've been reading some books. And that kind of just really made my heart sing again as a teacher, as an educator. And she's paying attention and she's doing well for herself. Okay. I'm going to be the next. I've done little things here and there, been afraid, just like dipping your toe into the ocean for the first time. dipping your toe into the ocean for the first time and not realizing like it's okay, it's safe, it's good for you. It's kind of where I am. And being hard to change, being hard to let go. Again, that's a part of my inner work that I know I need to do. Hmm. I think I'm going to. I spent. Well, I needed to get some sleep today. Today was Sunday. Well, yeah, it's Monday now, but today was Sunday, and I needed to get some sleep. I was performing the night before. That's another reason why I'm like, because I could have been doing some of the stuff on Saturday. Still a performer, uh, and and vocal coach. But yeah, next week, oh my gosh, it's full weekends. These full weekends, and then the work week. We'll make it work. I just want to be. I just want to be happy. Don't you? Yeah. And I want my family to be safe and happy too. And even though I'm afraid and doing things like procrastination, that hit home again, that hit home. Procrastinating means that you're afraid of actually having what you want and what that means. Yeah. So, yeah, there's some books I would recommend. Definitely the 4 Hour Work Week and Naval, let me get his name right, Ravikant. Okay, because like I said, he put together this thing. Like I said, it seems like 2009. Um, he doesn't have a. It doesn't seem like he has a uh, YouTube station or channel or anything like that. But he looks as though he's covered by a lot of people. Yeah, a lot of people have talked to him. So I'm sure you can kind of put together some things through all of that. So yeah, so there's that, and then like I said, I probably need to read the James Clear book. I've mentioned him to a group a couple of times. Like I still hold. Well, I haven't had a group in a while. Creative group. I did one for the new year, which actually goes for me. So funny. It's like I want people to do things, but again, we're all sometimes people are afraid, and the goal setting that was done was actually I was doing it for me. So I hope that they're out there doing their goals. So I hope I hope so. I want them to. I really do. But sometimes you have to have the mindset too. And back to what I was saying before about the brainwashing or reprogramming yourself. You've got to tell yourself every day you deserve it. Because it's hard. Just like people are starting to figure out with racism, it's just it's part of the culture. Racism and sexism, part of the culture. And so just like there's that, we have to fight. I don't want to say fight. We have to expose those things that no longer work for us. Expose those things that no longer work for us. Yeah. And I'll mention one other person. uh, I started watching live podcasts. I don't even know, like, whatever. If anybody finds it, it's like a message in a bottle, right? Just like the others. I'm sure somebody will find them and find them interesting. But I started watching Ashira. She was one of the first. Actually, yeah, I can't. I don't recall anybody else. Well, I mean, there's maybe one or two, but Ashira and her lives, I was watching for some years, and she was mentioning a lot of things. Like, I think she's also like that visionary, a lot of things, and maybe she knew something that a lot of us didn't know. But yeah, I'm done with feeling like I have to be somewhere because I spent all day. Like I said, let me talk about today. Yeah, I slept in a little bit. Actually, I didn't. I did not sleep in. I woke up, did some stuff, went back to sleep. So I guess I did sleep in a little bit. But there is, I'm done with having to be somewhere at a certain time every day. You know? And I definitely had post traumatic growth when you grow and you're like, oh my goodness, you it's almost like, I don't know, it's a shock. It's a shock to the system. It's a shock to the system. And I guess sorry. People wonder what the lemon balm is for. Yeah, that was for that. It makes me sleepy. Let me lower my chair. Sorry. It's definitely kicking in a little bit. Um, Sometimes you just gotta do what it takes. And a lot of things came together today. You gotta do what it takes. Because sometimes when you try to do things a certain way, you don't get what you need. Sorry, it's kombucha. You don't get what you need. You don't get what you really need. So you gotta do what it takes. So I'm definitely gonna have a shorter video about the books that influenced me. Okay, let me lift again. Sorry, I'm not ready to go sync now. But that was definitely one of them. So the Naval book was like, it was like, oh, but by the end he was like, I got so much money and I'm bored now. And I was like, whoa. So there's that, you know. And there is the thing. I don't even know what I want to talk about tomorrow. But I guess the new moon. I'm gonna hold back something. If I go on live tomorrow, if I make it back home in time. Um, but yeah, this could be my saving grace. This could be the next level of my inner work. Because I do, like I said, I do a lot of journaling. This could be the message in the bottle. Other beings can watch me evolve. Other beings can watch me dissolve and then evolve. Like a chrysalis. I welcome that. New moon intentions. I will say this before I go. Um, I guess I am gonna go loud this late. Um, we deserve to have the universe I've seen too much now. It's like I've seen too much. I want it all now. That take care. I've seen too much.